This is Storytime with the Big Red Barn by Margaret Weiss Brown. By the big red barn in the great green field. See, there's a barn, great green field. By the big red barn in the great green field, there was a pink pig who was learning to squeal. There he is right there. There was a great big horse and a very little horse. There we go. And on every barn is a weather vane, of course, a golden flying horse. Now see this golden flying horse weather vane. Now what I always liked about this book was the little tiny little things they'd have just randomly there. Like here, I don't know how well you can see. There's a little butterfly just randomly right there. There was a big pile of hay and a little pile of hay, and that is where the children play. But in this story, the children are away. Only the animals are here today. The sheep and the donkey, the geese and the goats were making funny noises down in their throats, and an old scarecrow was leaning on his hoe, and a field mouse was born. Now if you look, you see all the different animals that they write about in the story. And a field mouse is born in a field of corn. And if you look carefully, see it right there, the field mouse. Cock-a-doodle-doo! In the barn there was a rooster, and a pigeon too, and a big white hen standing on one leg, and under the hen was a quiet little egg. There was a
Club. Come and join the fun at the Double O Donut Club.
Magnus Smile, thank you so much for joining the Double O Donut Club. There was a bantam rooster and a little bantam hen. And let's start that over again. There was a bantam rooster and a little bantam hen with a big clutch of eggs. Count them. There are 10, which there are, if you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Moo! Moo! There was a big brown cow and a little brown cow. I don't know how well you guys can see the little brown cow right down there. There was an old black cat, meow, meow, and a tiger tomcat, meow, meow. There was a big red dog, bow, wow, with some little puppy dogs, all round and warm. Okay, for the cat lovers, there's the kittens. Fiddle focus. And there's the puppy dogs. And there's a cat. A tomcat, not a tomcat. What is the kind of cat? Not calico. Whatever that kind is, they're up there, jumping out the window. And they all lived together in the big red barn. And they played all day in the grass and in the hay. And when the sun went down in the great green field, the big cow lowed, and the little pig squealed. The horses stomped in the sweet warm hay, and the little donkey gave one last bray. The hens were sleeping on their nests, and even the roosters took a rest. And the little black bats flew away out of the barn at the end of the day. Okay, so my wife and I always laughed. We found it quite funny. If you look, so they've got all these different things they're talking about here, and you look at the little black bats, right? That I don't know how closely we can focus on this. Yeah, that is a lot of bats. Oh my goodness. That is like a plague of bats coming out of that barn. I do not know how many bats they think live in a barn, but good grief. Wow. Hey, official bird OT, how's it going? And there they were, all night long, sound asleep in the big red barn. Only the mice were left to play, rustling and squeaking in the hay, while the moon sailed high in the dark night sky. And I like this. This is one of my favorite little things. The moon sailed high in the dark night sky. And what did they do? They put a little tiny boat sailing on the water in the bucket, reflecting the moon. It's stuff like that. Stuff like that that I really liked about this. Apart from the great story. And that, my friends, is one of my favorite books to read my kids every night that they would ask, which was most nights. It's The Big Red Barn by Margaret Weiss Brown. Hope you enjoyed story time here today, and we'll see you again next time.